So HOSA is Health Occupation Students of America, and we go to competitions and we compete in different events like medical photography, which is one I did in midwinter, and we do HOSA Bowl, which is another one I did in midwinter and in state.
Dan's a good candidate because he's always working hard. He's in HOSA with me and he's a great member of our team, especially with HOSA Bowl, and he's our PR representative. He takes a lot of pictures, which is really nice. He's a great member to our HOSA Bowl team. Always coming in clutch with like nursing assistant answers. Medical photography, he always does well, which is good for our school.
Dan's a good candidate because he's in HOSA, youth teaching youth. He's in the nursing class. He has 2 jobs, and he's just a good guy. We've been in HOSA together, and he's helped me through a lot of studying things, and he's really smart and really reliable.
Youth teaching youth, we go to the middle school once a month and teach 6th graders about alcohol and decisions and tobacco. We also teach 4th graders, and last year I did 7th graders.
Dan is a really helpful person. I'm in a nursing class with him, and he's always telling me like his experience because he's a nursing assistant at the homestead, and he's really helpful. He's a good listener, and he's a good student, and he's always there if you need help. And then I was in youth teaching youth with him last year, and he's a great influence to younger kids, and he's a good person. So
I work at St. Francis Subway, and I also work at a nursing home in Anoka.
So Dan works at a nursing home, and he helps elderly people live their everyday lives. He bathes them and he feeds them.
She's in the midst of...
And yeah, he just helps them with everything they need, and that's really unique for a high school kid to do.
on top of being in HOSA, SFCDA, and youth teaching youth, he has 2 jobs. He works at Subway and at a nursing assistant home, and it's crazy how he can just keep his grades up and do well in school and still continue to be in all these organizations.
Well, I think Dan is just a really outstanding young man. He's been very involved in the SFCDA for the last 2 years, and he's just the kind of person that if something needs to be done, he always volunteers. He's always willing to help out.
The SFCDA, which is St. Francis Community Drug Awareness, we brainstorm ideas on how to get the community involved in raising awareness for drugs and other community problems.
He's also been involved in youth teaching youth this year, and right now we have a group of students that are going over to the elementary schools and teaching kids about drug awareness and education, and he has just been doing a great job with that. Dan is just an outstanding kid, and I think any praise that he can get, he deserves.
He's a great student, and he's a great person. He's a good friend, and he always works hard and makes sure he gets his work done.
We've done a lot of things this year for the SFCDA. We have had like a speaker come in this year, and he helped out with that. He volunteered to be willing to kind of get that organized and also be a participant when he came for the student assembly. The biggest thing that we've been doing this year is planning for a mock car crash, and Dan has had input every step of the way in kind of what that will look like. He's actually been one of the 2 students that I chose to be a part of the committee, so he has been like one of the student representatives that's really had a lot of input about what the mock car crash will look like. When we had our drug awareness week, he was very willing to just, let me know if you need me to be at the table, how can I help out. He has probably been our most involved student in the SFCDA this year. I just think Dan's awesome. He's such a cool kid, and he's awesome. So